Welcome to another review, and today we have Manor Lords. And before we get into anything else, I'll start as I always do, and I'll tell you if I think it's worth it having Manor Lords or playing Manor Lords in the current state. I've just played the demo, that's the only thing that's available, and my answer is actually yes, it is worth it. You have to check it out. This is one of the most amazing games on this genre that I've seen in quite a while, and I think you have to check it out if you like this game style. But what is Manor Lords? Manor Lords is a medieval strategy game featuring in-depth city building, large-scale tactical battles, and complex economic and social simulations. So basically, you control a medieval city where you have to grow organically, build the economy, trade, and fight with other factions around you. But what are the pros? Why I think like it's worth in the current state of Manor Lords to buy, and not buy because it's free for now, but to play it and see what this is all about. Well, first one is the graphics of the game are just fantastic. The implementation of seasons in the game was just like perfect. You get even some water reflection on the road, so you have like the just a bare road, and the water will pull in there, and you see that reflection after the rain and the sun shining through it. It's just like, it's stunning, and I enjoy it quite well. It feels like you're there, feels like everything is how it should be. Even the messiness that sometimes you create, because everything is organic, and that's another point actually, that that is an organic city building system. That's basically you don't just let it spawn, but you create, for example, plots of land to get your residential area, and then they have the plots in there, and within those plots they will build their roads, their houses and their backyards. And in those backyards you can have like chicken coops, you can have vegetable gardens, you can have sheep for getting milk, and like it's not sheep, sorry, goats. But it's such a stunning game to see and play, like completely in love with the style there. And something else that is really amazing is the details on those buildings. When you ask the settlers to actually build something, you start looking at what they are building, and then are building foundation, and then they are building the floor of the foundation, then they're building the structure of the house itself, then they're putting like one plank of wood at a time, and it's just fantastic. Like, it just feels real, and it is really, really good. Another thing that is just absolutely stunning in this game is the music. It just feels like you are on an epic journey, and that you're like one of those huge films on Hollywood, just going through things, and then building and fighting the weather and constructing, and then you have fights, and oh, this is just so good. It fits so well. It's just awesome. So I'm really, really pleased with what they did with the music as well. Then you have resource management. Resource management is really well done in the game. Obviously, there are some balancing that I feel that needs to be done in some areas, but that is quite a lot. Even the demo version, you can explore that a little bit, and you can see what this is all about and how this actually affects the gameplay and what you're doing, and which also bring the challenge part of the game. I think it's challenging. I've played it on the standard mode with everything like in the middle, didn't change any settings, but it was challenging. It was a nice challenge. Wasn't that challenge that like feels so hard that you you can do it, that you just fail, but at the same time was a nice and interesting challenge that you will do it and you enjoy like the process. It's not something that makes you tired. It just makes you enjoy the process. And talking about the cons of the game, obviously it's still being developed. It's not even out in the early access yet, but I have wishlisted this game as soon as it popped up in the on Steam, and I've been looking to try it out like since then. And I think obviously with softwares under development, there is a lot of bugs and there is a lot of things that you see that don't work quite well, which is fine. This is all something that is expected at this stage. It's still really worth it taking a look at the game and seeing where they are at the moment and what this is all about. But this is like that is still things to do. That is also probably some balancing, as I mentioned, that needs to be done. And I noticed that it's a little bit hard to see the water overlay when you have snow season. So in December it starts snowing, and if you try to put like a well somewhere, you need to put a well, and you have, this is also something awesome, you have the water veins underground, and you need to put a well on those water veins. But you can actually see, you can barely see it. It's really hard. So that's another improvement that I think needs to be done. And when you have buildings like for example, the forester or the gatherer, your building has an area of effects that you can make it unlimited, or you can make it a specific area only. And what you can't see is what's the actual area in effect. You see if it's unlimited or limited, but you don't see if it's limited, what's it actually limited to. You don't see like the current area. But I'm pretty sure these are all things that will be fixed and that are being raising and will be explored and improved along the way, along the development, and that we will see a much better game at the end. One thing that you can't test is the combat system yet. That's not in there, at least I couldn't see it. But and you can obviously expect some glitches in the game because it's very early. But in conclusion, do I think it's worth it? If Manor Lords is worth it in the current state, at least the demo for you to take a look at? That's a completely yes. So take a look on Steam, see if you can get the demo, play around, wishlist the game. I think it's totally worth it. I'm also leaving a link for my first look, a few first episodes in there, playing through the demo. So you just get to know the game with me if you want to check it out. But also leave me comments, let me know what you think, or if you have questions. Also consider joining the Discord server, because we have a lot of people there that play a lot of these games as well, and that we can always talk about. So thanks again, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye bye.